Good day, everyone. Good day, my audience. How are you guys doing? How have you guys been? Yeah, like it's been long. We released a new video. Yeah, just because I've been quite busy with farm works and the rest of them. But today I'll be talking about how to take care of your goats based on the housing aspect. So let's go straight to the point. So goats by nature, yes, they are very tolerant for all kinds of weathers and can adapt to different styles of housing, some which can be simple and inexpensive. But despite their hardness, when goats are under extreme wet and drafty conditions for a long period of time, they are vulnerable to respiratory infections and hypothermia, and also when goats are kept on cement floor. I learned this from my previous mistake that I made. That was back then while I started with two goats, but they died off. So I learned it. Keeping goats on a cement floor, it's not supposed. It's not right. It doesn't give them. It doesn't make them healthy. It sometimes gives them problem in walking and the rest of them. So when you bring your goats, you keep them on a soil ground, on a soil floor. I don't know whether you're getting me. So for that reason, an ideal house should keep goats dry and protected. So now let's go to the housing management practices for goats. So there are two housing management practices that you can adopt for your goats. First of all, we have the open housing, and second, we have the confinement housing. So let's talk about the open housing. So the open housing, in this case, you allow them to walk around freely and graze. All you need to do is just to construct a mini covering where they can run into when there's heavy rain or heavy sunshine and the rest of them. But note, the open housing has advantages and its disadvantages. Yes, the advantages might be that it's less expensive, but the disadvantages, when the boss goats can be a problem, because the boss goats usually tie them up to somewhere so that they won't disturb the others. But due to the fact that you leave them to walk around, I don't know whether you understand. So the boss goats can be a problem due to the ability to intermingle with the other goats. I don't know whether you understand. But going to the advantage side, it gives them freedom of movement and allows for weight gain. I don't know whether you understand. So when the goats move around and exercise, it helps them, it enables them gain weight and the rest of them. Yeah, so let's go to the second housing management practice, which is the confinement housing. So in this case, the animals are put inside the house and they move around within the house. They provide them with feed inside the house. They only bring them out when they need to be turned out to exercise. But this practice also has advantages and disadvantages as well. But before I mention the advantages and the disadvantages, you will need to note this, that especially in the confinement housing, make sure that their feet are not kept on the floor where they march on and where they defecate, because once it defecates on the feet, it won't eat it anymore, because goats are very clean animals, especially to their feet. I don't know whether you understand. So what do you do to curb this kind of a thing? So you construct a feeding tray that will be above the ground. So they put their mouths inside the feeding tray, then they eat from there. So let's go to the advantages and the disadvantages of the confinement housing. So when you come to the advantages of confinement housing, there are more supervised management. Yes, people who supervise them. The animals are inside a house, inside a confined house. So supervising them won't be that hard. So they will have an eye on almost all of them. So another advantage is that it has easier access in order to handle individual animals. You can access them easily to note those who are sick and the rest of them. So when you come to the disadvantage part, ventilation system should be checked frequently. So you need to check your ventilation system frequently before the goats get to suffocate. And Another thing is that the constructions are expensive. So it's expensive to adopt the confinement housing, and animals need to be turned out to exercise, because when they don't exercise, when they just stay one place, they tend not to gain weight. So thank you guys for watching this video. I'll be releasing another video next week because I've made like 2 to 3 videos aside. So I'll be releasing another video next week. So please don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to click on the notification bell icon so you can be updated whenever we post a new video. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.